Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare. Crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's go. Set, ready? 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? You know when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? But if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Throwing to start the drive. Bourne. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Looking to throw. Bourne completes it to the fullback Ham. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First down at the 41-yard line. Hey, watch his flat, watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Come on.
Off the play fake. Bourne. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina! How about that? Their quarterback, 33 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second and 10. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Thomas. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Here's McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 11. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Bourne. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
I got you, pop.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You got it. You got it.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Back to throw. Bourne. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and 8. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
From the gun on third down. Bourne. And he's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. On 4th down, Bourne. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got that.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go now. 91. Guys, game situation. Let's go. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. Hey.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Rashawn Gary, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
No. Jim, on the ball. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good 1st half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a 1st half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the 1st quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. From the gun on 3rd down. Vaughn gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll set up a throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's go, let's get this ball.
Hey, let's go.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Squeeze, double. 56, Mike 56, right there, 56. Curve it. 56.
They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Bourne. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Bourne. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Freeman again, a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
You ain't doing nothing today. Shoot. Kill. Check. Preston. Good. Preston. 56 the mark, boy. 56. Check 56. Here we go. Ready.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
56 is the mark. 64. Weak. Check. He's crashing. He's checking. Go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Let's go, D. Alert flare.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Check. Crunch.
2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Looking to throw. Bourne flushed out right. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Freeman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brian Burns. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. From the gun, Boonk. His pass caught at the 4. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come out here in the eye. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Le'Veon Bell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it to Ingram, complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throwing on 1st down. Vaughn. He's going to find Gallup here complete. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. line. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point attempt here still to come. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now Bell, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind him.
How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Got it. 56. Leo. 56. First down. Let's go, D. Let's go. Switch. Hey. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Go. 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
He'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch the ship. Kill.
Hey, exit. Ready.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down again. Brian Burns. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had